Hello everyone, welcome to part 49 of Advanced Ecom series in Laravel 7. So we are going to continue working on the brands module. Okay, so in last video we have started working on the brands module and we able to create the brands table with the help of migration, and we also added some brands with the help of seeding. Okay, so in this video we are going to complete the complete brands module. Means we are going to add the brands in our admin panel. See here, in catalogs we are going to add the brands as well. After sections we will add the brands in the same way like we have added the sections. Okay, so we will add the brands with the brand name, with the status, and we will also add the add edit option for the brand. See, in section we have not done because sections are fixed. Sections we are not going to update. Okay, man, woman and kids. And if in case you want to update section, then you can manually do it. You can manually add section in your database, in your sections table. Okay, wherever it is section table, in your section table you will manually add. You can manually add section if anytime it is required. Accessories like accessories you can add as a section anytime. Okay, so a section we have not given this because rarely you can add edit section. You require to add sections, but the brands you can add anytime because like I have told you in last video that brands come under like t-shirts or some other garment. Any clothing brand means clothing comes under some brand. Okay, so we need to add products under some brand. Like every time if we will add some product like blue casual t-shirt, this blue casual t-shirt belongs to some brand. Okay, a brand like I have told you, like these are some dummy brands also we have added in last video. Brands can be like Arrow, Gap, Lee, Monte Carlo, Peter Glant. Means brands can be anything. Okay, any brand you can add. So we are going to start working on the brand module. So see, in this video, this is the long video, so be ready for it. See, first we are going to work on its layout, brand, view brands. Okay, with the status, and after that we will do add edit brand. Okay, so after that we will do the delete brand, and after that we are going to add the icons from brand as well. I'm going to replace these icons. Okay, so that will look good. So see, I want to cover this in 50 videos. So in next video we are going to add the brand for our products. Okay, for add edit we will add the brand here, like select category and select brand, and that will be the last video of the admin panel. Okay, and after that we will start working on the front end, and admin we are going to do side by side. If something we want to do, we will do that side by side, but we will start working on front end after completion of the 50 videos. This is the 49th video. Okay, so let's start working on the brands. So first of all, I am going to create the route for the brand. But see, in last video we have done one mistake. I will tell you that what mistake we have done. We have added the controller. You can see we have added the controller outside, or we have added I think we have added the at the right position. I'm going to check. Okay, it is fine. Okay, brand controller is located in admin itself, then it is fine. I think that we have added the brand controller outside the admin controller, but it is not there. It is inside the admin folder. Okay, so you can see all the controllers we have added inside the admin. You can see this thing. What is this thing we can remove in part 45? What is this one? I don't know at all. Okay, we can remove this one. Okay, so you can see that all the controllers we have added in the admin folder: admin controller, section controller, brand controller, category controller, and products controller. Okay, and here see, and in the front, when we will start working on the front end, then we will add the controller in the front folder. Okay, and for that we will create, you can check out that we have created the separate route for separate routes for all the admin. Okay, you can see the namespace here, and this namespace means that this all the routes contained inside this, means all the controller whatever it is, all are located inside this admin folder, and this is the admin folder. Okay, so here we have done in last video we have created the brand controller as well. We can see here there must be a brand. Okay, so okay, this time we are going to create this one, because in the last video we have just created the table and data. Okay, now we are going to create the route for it. Okay, so similar route I'm going to create, like sections. I'm going to add here brands. Okay, route, and get route we are going to do once again brands. Okay, and after that there will be brand controller. This is our controller, and here it is brands. Okay, so brands is the function. So go to your brand controller, and here we can create this function. Okay, public function brands. Okay, so this one we can create. So in brands function we already know, then we can get all the brands here. So very simple thing, we can with brand model we can get all the brands, and we can return all these brand to our that view blade file that we are going to create now inside admin. And we will create one folder that is brands, and inside that brands folder we will create brands.blade.php file. Okay, and inside this brands file we are going to return this JSON object. Okay, this JSON object, we are using JSON object because not much data, otherwise we can use array as well, like I have told some in some of the live videos. You can see that what is the difference between std object and the array. Okay, what is the difference between the that object JSON string and the array. Okay, I have already explained in some of the live sessions. You can watch those live sessions once again if you are not clear about that thing. Okay, so see, brands we have return to our this blade file, and this blade file we are going to create inside our resources folder. Okay, so I am going to create inside our resources folder. Where it is, resources folder, we can check here, resources, views, admin, and here we need to create one new folder, and that will be called as brands. Okay, so here I am going to create a new file, and in Mac we can create the file like this, but if you are in Windows, you know how to create that file in Windows, very simple way. Okay, here I need to create like this, touch brands.blade.php file. And if you are in Windows, you can simply create by right clicking and create new file. Okay, and rename that file to brands.blade.php file. Okay, our file has been created, brands.blade.php file. Okay, so we can copy from sections.blade.php file. No need to rework everything, no need to time waste, and why to make so many efforts, and you can utilize that time into some other thing. Okay, so simply copy paste this one and make changes here, quickly make changes. Okay, see, in real project you need to do many things in a quick manner, so you don't have that much time. If you will join some company, okay, or somewhere, you will face lot of pressure, so at that time you need to do things very quickly. Okay, so you need not to repeat the code again and again. Whatever you have done so far, you can just copy paste the design and all. Okay, but some creativity you need to show in the new things. Okay, so here you just need to do brand, and here we can again make changes here, brands. Okay, here it will come like brand. Okay, so not all, but up till here. Okay, yeah, so once again I am going to copy. So I am going to check now our brand page is ready or not. I am going to open its URL. See, we have not included here use app brand, that is required to include use app brand. Now we are going to check once again, and you can see brands have come up here. You can check. Okay, all the brands have come up here. Okay, so this is the way that you can call the brand, and you can show the brands here as well. So open the admin sidebar and quickly show the brands in admin sidebar. Okay, So you just need to copy your sections, where it is sections, here it is. Okay, so here you will also add for brands and also for products. Okay, this one for products. Okay, so that catalog will open, and inside catalog in the same way, like brands. Okay, and here it will come again brands. Let's see. Okay, now done. Now see, I can open brands here, but I need to select these brands as well. And for selecting the brands, we need to add here that session. Check once in section controller how to add the session. Okay, because we don't remember each and everything. This one you just need to add here brands. Okay, so now you can check out. Okay, session need to include here use session. Now see, now brand must get selected. Okay, so see, catalog is selecting and brand is selecting. Okay, so now it seems to be perfect. Okay, so now active inactive status also you can quickly done. See, you can close this one section controller. You can also close this one section.bay.php file, and for active inactive you just need to open the admin script. This is the file, like update section status. You can update the brand status as well. Just copy for the update brand status. Okay, so here you will just get the update brand status. Okay, so just do like this, update brand status, and here also like this brand status. Okay, I think here also required. Ready, I think it's done. And one more thing, see, update brand status. This is the route you need to create here, so similar to this one update section status, and this is the route you require for update brand status. Okay, brand status, and here it will come brand controller, and here it will come update brand status, and the same thing we are going to copy for our here. Okay, so we can copy from the section controller once again, like update section status, and here we can copy and we can paste it for update brand status. Okay, so this one we can do update brand status, and rest section we can also update, like this one can update, and here we can add brand ID like this. Okay, done. Now we can close this one, and you can check whether the status updating or not. See, the error has come up. I want to add under verify CRS token as well, and here also we need to add update brand status. Okay, now we will refresh once again and we'll see still the error is coming. I need to debug now, inspect element. I need to check where the error is coming up. Okay, so let's see, like debugging is the main thing. You need to know update section status. Okay, so still there is something pending. We need to update brand status is fine, and brands here, see, here it is pending update brand status. Now it will work fine, I think. Now refresh once again, and we are going to check now. Here inactive, now it is working fine. You can make inactive. Okay, you can check it keeps inactive. You can make it active, you can make it inactive, anything you can do. Now you can update status now. Okay, so this one is done. Now we need to work on add edit brand. Okay, so we are quickly moving, so sorry for that, you need to watch video again if you are missing something. Okay, so we need to implement complete CRUD operation in this video and in this brand module. So we need to add edit brand as well. Okay, so we can copy that thing from our product modules. Okay, from products.blade.php file. Okay, we can get help from here, add product. Okay, so this one, where we have kept this one after x3 products. Okay, so we can copy this one and here we can paste this one. Okay, so here I can make it add edit brand and here add brand. Okay, now you can check, here it comes, add brand. Similar to you can go in categories or you can go in, okay, it is fine. See, add brand. Okay, so now it has appeared. So now we need to create this route as well, add edit brand. This route is both for add and edit as well. For edit we need to pass the id, brand id as well. Okay, like in products and categories also we have done the same thing. Okay, so for add edit brand we can take from anywhere, take this route and can edit this route. See this one for the brand, and we can quickly make changes, edit brand, brand controller, and here we can do edit brand. Okay, our route is ready. Okay, so you can do in a really quick manner. Okay, so edit brand function we need to add inside brand controller. Okay, here I am going to add this function, public function edit brand. Okay, so this is the function. So first of all we are going to work for the add brand. Okay, and for add brand, see, we don't require any id, we just require to get data in post and need to just submit that data. Okay, only that thing is required for add brand. Okay, so let's do that thing. Okay, so see here, so we can see for add and edit, for both this add edit brand function will work. Okay, and we require to add here request, $request whatever data we will get from the form, and for that we require request $request, and in the case of edit we require here id as well. Okay, so I am going to add the id as well, $id equal to null. Okay, so in case of add, id will not be there. So if id is empty, you can make empty. You can also use empty, that empty attribute, or you can do simply like this. If id is empty, then see, title will be add brand title, we are going to use there add brand. Okay, see, okay, so see here, and we are going to add the new brand, like $brand new brand, and here message will also be like that we are going to use like brand brand added successfully, like this. Okay, can add it like this. Okay, so in case of edit, okay, in case of edit we are going to add edit brand. Okay, so $brand will be brand. Here we need to get the id we can get like this, because id we are getting in edit. Okay, and message will be brand updated successfully. Okay, and this is the message this time, brand updated successfully, like this. Okay, in case of edit. Okay, so this time we are working on this thing because we are adding the brand this time. Okay, so here now we require to post the data, and this is required for both add add and edit. For both cases we require to post the data from the form. Okay, in edit as well the data from the form will come, and in add as well the data from the form will come. Okay, so this is required in both cases. So here we need to get all the data in $data request all, like this, $data request all. Okay, so we will get all the data like this, and we are going to post the data like $brand name is there to only the name will be there to post the data. But first of all, okay, let's get the data first. Okay, so let's see what data is coming up here. Check once. So we add the brand, add edit brands. Nothing has appeared because we forgot to add that return view that is required. Return view, and we have created the brand page. Like we will create add brands, and here we will create that add edit brand page. Okay, this page we are going to create now, and we will send the data, like we will send the title as well as brand. Okay, this one also, is both thing we are going to send. Okay, so let's see. We need to create this file, add edit brand. Here inside this one only, in brands we will create this file. If you are Windows, you can give your command and can create the file like this. Okay, so file has been created, add edit brand. So we can copy the script this time from sections also we can copy. Okay, so we can copy from the section, add edit category, because we will get the form as well, form design and complete page design we will get, and we can make changes. But before making changes, see, only category name is required and nothing else is required, so we can move everything else. Remove it carefully, like this one we can remove, and this one also we can remove. Okay, and this one also we can remove. Now we can check once. Here brand and okay, so here also we need to replace brands. Now it seems to be fine, so we can open this file now and we'll check. So it has come up, add brand name. Okay, so this one has come up here, brand name. Okay, so here once again you need to select the right thing, and for that we need to add the session here as well. Okay, like this. Now see, brands are selecting and add brand name form has been created. Okay, so now see, if we are going to add the brand here, and that brand can be anything. Okay, so I'm going to remove all the brands now, because we will create once again. Okay, so I'm going to make it empty this time, and now I'm going to add once again Lee brand and click on submit. see category name is required. Okay, so that thing still we need to somewhere see here, that is wrong. So here we need to make brand form, and also we need to update the category here as well. Now it's fine. Okay, so now we can add Lee. Okay, submit, and you can check the brand name is coming up here. Okay, so also we can add those validations, and we can copy those validation also from category controller. Here you can go in add edit category. Here you can see some of the validations are there that are really good validation. You can copy this one, and you can use for the brand as well. Okay, here you can use these validations. Okay, and after that we can add, see, we just require the first one, this validation only we require, and here we are going to make it like brand name. Okay, so this is the only validation we require, brand name. Okay, so here also brand name is required and nothing else is required, so we can remove rest of the validation. Here we can write brand validations. Okay, so this one is done, and now we can able to add the brand we are getting this one. Now we want to add the brand. Okay, so we can simply add the brand now and can save the brand we can add like this. Name is there, and we can get the brand, and that name of the brand is brand underscore name. This one it is coming here, and here finally we can just save the brand save, and after saving we can return the user back to turn the admin back to that brands page. Okay, with the flash message we can return back the user success message like this, with $message already we have added here, like in case of add brand added successfully, and in case of edit brand updated successfully. Okay, so the message is already there. Okay, so now we just need to return redirect back the user to admin brands page. Like this we can simply redirect admin brands. Okay, so now it is fine. Now we can check, we can comment this one, and we can check that the user will come back to brands.blade.php file. Success message is not there, so we can also get the success message from products here. This one we can get here. Here we can. Okay, so now we can try, control refresh, and here you can check, see brand added successfully. See there, Lee brand has been added. Okay, so you can by default make the status as active. So while adding the brand you can simply make the status as active, or you can do one more thing, you can make the status here as active as well, that whenever new entry will come, status will be active by default. Okay, this thing also you can do, change the status every time if new brand will come, then the status will be active. Okay, and for active we are giving one say. Okay, so every time if the new brand will come, its status will be active. See here, I am going to make it empty, and now if I am going to add the new brand, like if we will add the brand like Gap, submit, and you can see its status will be active. This time status will be 1. Okay, so that we have predefined in our DB structure, that you can do as well. Okay, so see here the active. Okay, so now like this you can add the brand. Now we want to edit the brand as well, so one more here we will add the edit icon. For edit as well as delete we are going to do. Okay, so first edit, So I am going to here you can close the files that are not required now, but uh, see here some files are still required. Okay, so now here in brands.blade.php file, where it is, brand here. Okay, so here I am going to add one more. Here you can make it actions. Okay, and along with that status active inactive, I want to add one more status, and that will be for editing. Okay, and you can copy the status from here as well, and you will also get that icons as well. Okay, so that will be great as well. Okay, we are going to use those icons as well. Okay, like edit and delete, both I am going to copy from the product. Okay, so this one I'm going to copy and will paste here, and here I'm going to make edit brand and delete brand. This one, okay, so this one is you can see this one, these icons we have used in Prux as well. Now we are using here as well, edit brand and lead brand. Okay, and after that you can use NBSP once again like this. Okay, so now see add edit brand, that is fine, and see first we are going to work on edit. Okay, so I'm going to click on edit. So for editing this brand, and here we want to show the brand name, and for showing the brand name we want to show here the brand is coming up, and here the brand underscore name is not the column, its name is name only. Okay, we have used the name column, so I'm going to add here name, and now let's see, it will come up here. See, now it is coming here, gap is coming up here. Okay, so now if you want to update this gap brand, and see we have already given find and we are already saving it. Okay, so we will try to do it like some other brand like gaps. Okay, so you can see that you have done some spelling mistake, and now you have used that gap. You can submit, and here the name is now gaps. Okay, so this one we have done it. Okay, you can make as many changes as you want. Gaps brand, you can do like this, gaps brand, then it will come gaps brand. Okay, so you can make the changes. Now you can add as many brand as you want, like Lee. Okay, edit is also now possible, Monte Carlo, and another band like Arrow. Okay, so you can add the brand like this, and now you can edit any brand name. Okay, Lee Cooper. Okay, you can make the changes as per your requirement. Okay, so now the here the message is also coming, brand updated successfully. Okay, so edit is also fine. Now for delete, we just need to check first our here everything, it is automatic, confirm delete is there, record is brand, and here we are passing the brand ID. Okay, so nothing else is required. Okay, it's already done because we have done the common function for delete. You can check out in admin script. So this is the advantage of the common function. We can also do for the update status. Okay, active inactive, but that is bit complex, so we have not done that, but that thing also we can do. But here we have done for the confirmed delete. Okay, so you need not to do anything because all the things we have done dynamically here. We are just getting the record, in record we are getting the module name, and that one we are using here as well, you can see. Okay, for the route as well, and record id means like the product id, category id, here brand id will come, and that we are using also with the route. Okay, so here you can simply check that if you want to delete this one, here the message is coming up, sweet alert we have already used. Okay, so are you sure? Cancel. So it will not delete. If we will do yes, delete it, then it is going to delete. But one function we require, delete brand function is required at least. Okay, that we need to add, and that we need to add in the similar way like products controller. Here we have added like delete product, so this one we require for delete brand as well. Okay, so similar function we are going to do here for deleting the brand. Okay, so here we are going to do delete brand like this. So here you can delete brand delete. Fine. So I'm going to move back and we'll try again, and going to delete arrow. Yes, delete it. Okay, now again the same issue, route is missing this time. Okay, so we need to add the route as well, and that also we can quickly copy from any of the route we have already done, and see everything is we are having everything. Okay, so just you need to copy and this remove. So delete brand this time, and here brand controller, and here delete brand. So all done. Okay, so now we can see the brand has been deleted, and this one also we want to delete. Fine, yes, delete it. Delete, just 2 brands have been left. Okay, so delete is also done. So now see here the IDs, 5th ID will be there. We want to give it the 3rd ID, and I want to add some more brands like once again I am going to add, because one last feature I want to do, Monte Carlo, and one more whatever it is, 4th brand arrow. Okay, so see, I want to update the icon for active inactive as well. I am going to use the font font Epson icon for active inactive, and that is bit complex, but I want to use that icon. Okay, because that will make our admin really attractive. Okay, so I will use one icon. I have found one icon, and that I want to use. Okay, so see, I have used that. I have found that font Epson here, and that is kind of toggle icon. Okay, you will also get such kind of icon. This is the icon I'm talking about, F8 toggle on. Okay, so this icon I want to merge here and in our jQuery as well. Okay, we need to make some changes, not only here but in jQuery as well. Okay, so simply open, and you can close other files now, and edit brand you can open. So here you can close other files for now. Okay, so here I am going to use this icon, and that will be called as F8 toggle on. Okay, this one is the icon, so I'm going to copy this icon, this one. I'm going to use in place of active this one, and instead of FA I'm going to use FAS like we are using earlier, FAS. Okay, FAS, F8 toggle on. Okay, for active. Okay, and see here I need to give active inactive as well, because otherwise it is not possible to use it. Okay, so I will give it status as active. Okay, like this status I will give it active. Okay, and here also in place of inactive I'm going to use this one, and this time FA toggle off. Okay, off will come for inactive, and FAS, and here also I am going to use status as a attribute of this one, status, and this one I'm going to use as inactive like this. Now fine, now I'm going to check once. I'm going to refresh here, and you can see now all the active. Okay, all the active icons you can see here, the font Epson, and it's look really nice. Okay, see if I'll do like this, then it comes like this. So we will not use that thing. So we need to make changes in our jQuery script as well. Okay, so open this one and open update brand status, this one here. Okay, so now status we need to get inside that attribute I attribute. Okay, so for getting the status from the I attributes, now this status will not work if you are going to make it alert status, then it will not alert this status. Okay, you can check as well, it is not going to alert because we have removed from there. Okay, we have now added this status inside I attribute here, inside this one I class attribute, this one here. So we need to get this status from here only. Okay, here you can check once, see it is empty, we are not getting it. Okay, so for getting this one we need to get from its attribute and its children attribute we are going to get. So we will write its children, okay, like this children. Okay, and we are getting from the I attribute, this is the I attribute like this. Okay, and we are getting from attribute like the attribute, and attribute is status like this. Okay, we are getting from the I children of this one we are using for the click. On the click we are getting from the children, this is the children, and this one we are getting the status, from status we are getting this active. Okay, so now it is fine. Now we can check once again that whether we are getting the status or not. Here we are getting active. Okay, now we are getting the status. Okay, see here, now we are getting the status. Okay, so now our files. Okay, here it is. Okay, so now we are getting the status. Now we can remove this one, and brand ID is already we are getting. Okay, now here see while updating we need to update this one as well. Now this will not work in place of this one, that will after toggle will work. Okay, so we are going to replace this one with this one like this. Here we are going to make it inactive will come up here, and also we need to use single. Here we will use off for inactive. Okay, so same thing we are going to copy here as well, and here I am going to make it active, and here it will be on. Fine. Now we are going to check. Okay, so now it is working. You can see we able to disable these both. Okay, you can refresh as well, and you can enable as well, you can disable as well, you can make it active and you can make it inactive as well. I hope it is clear. I will make it bigger. Okay, you can see all are active right now. I want to make the gap inactive, I can simply make it inactive. Now it is inactive. Now these three are active and this one is inactive. Okay, so you can check in here in brands as well, this is inactive, gap is inactive, and all remaining three are active. Okay, so I want to make inactive once more. Monte Carlo I want to make it inactive. You can see we have make it inactive as well, and you can check here as well, we have make the Monte Carlo inactive. Okay, now once again I want to make the gap active. Here you can see we have make it active, and you can check we have made it once again. Now it is active. Okay, so like this we able to do this thing. Okay, so see here the complete brand module is ready in front of you. We have done the CRUD operations as well, we have done the add, edit, view, status also, everything is ready. Okay, so now in next video we are going to merge this brand in products. Okay, so that thing we are going to do in next video, and also we are going to update this active inactive icons for in sections as well as in categories module. And and products module as well. Okay, everywhere we are going to update these icons as well. Okay, so it will look really attractive. So that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.